Du kannst schnell zu freigeschalteten Orten
Please
reisen.
be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health.
Okay, ich komme ja schon, Mäuschen.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada,
Hallo,
the
Ada.
autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty.
Verdammt,
Please
sie hat
prepare
mich beim Lügen
yourself
erwischt.
for lethal deterrence. Gesture procedures initiated. Please engage in airlocks. Prepare to eject all boarded parties in 5, 4,
Ada, das funktioniert nicht.
1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be
Macht
Captain
Sinn.
Hawthorne.
Oh, ich mag die
Do you
Dialoge.
understand?
Ja.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our
jetzt
main
kommt die
drive
traurige
suffered
Musik.
a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time.
Ich
This
gebe mir Mühe.
cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you
Unreliable.
understand?
Ja.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Okay, die Dialoge sind klasse. Okay, ich mag das Spiel. Ich mag's jetzt schon. Oh mein Gott, ich mag's jetzt schon. Wir gucken uns mal das Schiff an.
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Also können wir uns nicht so viel anschauen. Ja, also müssen...
These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them.
Okay, ich ignoriere die. Gut, ne, dann würde ich mal sagen, dann holen wir mal, wir machen mal
These are
straight.
the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me.
Ja, wer braucht jemand anders, wenn er dich hat? Oh, das ist so schick hier.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Neue Waffe. Gegenstandsreparatur. Es wird von dir erwartet, Firmen aus einem guten Zustand zu halten. Einer deiner Gegenstände braucht Reparatur. Du kannst Waffenrüstung an einer Werkbank reparieren. Was Waffen und Rüstungsteile du dir hältst du. Ich glaube, man kann sogar Rüstung und sowas also wie bei Fallout, aufmotzen. Spieler mit der Technik können ihre Aussagen auch ohne Werkbank reparieren. Einen Gegenstand zu reparieren bringt ihn wieder auf 100%, damit auf voller Wirkung. Okay. So, erstmal. Ne, ziehen. 93%, 100%, 90%. Diese werden Waffen und Rüstung zu reparieren, zu verbessern und zu modifizieren. Okay. Guck mal, man kann auch Mods installieren. Das ist ja mega. Tüfteln, reparieren. Ach, die hat nur 5%. Die sollten wir vielleicht nicht so viel benutzen. Aber da wir 2 Pistolen haben... Ja gut, wir gehen mal. Ach Gott, ich feiere das.
I'll be with you, friend. I'm Ernie from the Space
Hello, Ernie.
Choice Department of Human Resources. Town sent me hereabouts to check on the guards. Now, it seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but seems to me they're all dead. Mind telling me what happened here? Altercation, you say? Shame as that goes. Spacer's Choice policy strictly prohibits dying during work hours.
Ich hab keinen Stift, kann das nicht aufschreiben.
Can't just leave company property scattered about, bleeding out on the dirt.
So, ich muss jetzt kurz mal das Handy speichern.
No can do, friend. That armor's Spacer's Choice property. Bodies, too. Living or otherwise. Company policy, you see. You don't want to amble on over to Edgewater at your earliest convenience. Constable's office might have work for someone with your, let's just say, aggressive disposition. Oh, and be sure to stop by the Edgewater Provisioner for a can of salt tuna. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
Ja, wie gesagt, das ist 2016er Grafik.
Don't get paid bits to chat with strangers. You want to chew the rag, go talk to Silence over by the cemetery.
Aber allein schon die Dialoge. Kann man den töten? Mhm. Was sagt eigentlich die Map? Ja, nicht so groß. Aber ich glaube, das ist nur die Region. Ich glaube, das geht insgesamt noch viel größer. Ich glaube, wir werden jetzt erstmal der Hauptstory folgen, so ein bisschen. Und das ein bisschen voranbringen. Ich dachte eigentlich, ich hätte den mit Headshot getötet, aber... Wo ist denn der dritte? Hä? Eins. Aber ich habe von hier geschossen. Zwei. Drei. Ich habe den Arm abgeschossen. Läuft. Voll das Killertier. Ich muss ehrlich sagen, da freue ich mich, seitdem ich das auf der E3 gesehen habe. Das war eben ein reiner Singlespiel ohne Mods, ohne alles. Oh, ich glaube, das ist ein Friedhof.
Oh, hey, where'd you come from?
Von da?
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you.
Da hinten liegen noch mehr Leichen für dich.
Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater.
Ja, Spacer's Choice ist die Firma.
Spacer's Choice family. Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge. 4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. Yeah? Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1... all my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees. Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards. Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my
Klauen
pay.
die Leichen?
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds. Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed. Definitely not the junior in humor.
Das hätte ich auch vorher
If
sagen
you've
können.
got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the
Wollen wir erstmal das Geld eintreiben? Ja,
Head
klar,
into
wollen wir erstmal das
town,
Geld eintreiben.
follow the road. Yeah? The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship
Genau.
packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing far as
Also.
rumors go. There a reason you asking? Hope's just a rumor, friend. Ancient rumor at that. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get
Die wollen,
yourself some
die wollen mich
Zero
immer alle
Brew.
dazu kriegen,
It's a
dass ich
brew that's
irgendwo
good for
was
what ails
trinke.
you. No, this is sounding like sedition. I'm not too keen on getting clapped in irons because you wouldn't stop running your mouth. Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about hope this and colony that, but you need to stop, or there's gonna be trouble. Trouble's in the asking. Board don't much care for folk running their mouths, spreading hoaxes and the like. Frankly, neither do I. Something I can do for you?
Weiß ich nicht. Ja, komm, wir kümmern uns mal. Hallo? Edgewater. Ey, das sieht echt aus wie Fallout, nur eben ein bisschen bunter. Das ist so krass. Es sieht einfach aus wie Fallout. Ja, wie gesagt, es hat im Vorfeld gute Kritiken angekommen. Ich sehe ja selbst, die Welt ist sehr, sehr leer. Ja, das ist jetzt auch nicht 2019, fast 2020er Standard, aber ich glaube, durch die Story und die Dialoge kann man da wieder viel rausgewinnen. da. Hält sich da Standards in so. Ach nee, okay. Nicht mit ESC. Die Tür zu machen. Du hast eine Waffenmodifikation an Cinemats an deine Werke, um deine Waffen aus so einem anderen Schadenssystem. Schön, wie ich nochmal vor die Tür zugemacht habe, bevor ich klaue. Wir folgen erstmal dem Wegpunkt.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it went awry.
Well, sure. It's mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Okay.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up.
Hat sie doch.
I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates
Ich mag dich jetzt schon nicht.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered.
Größtenteils.
Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
Irgendwie glaube ich das nicht ganz.
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally
Sag ich doch.
inhabited, but there are people who live there. No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Good law, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town.
Ich hätte die auch getötet.
I want you
Nein.
to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions,
then we will all perish separately.
Wird sie das verstehen?
Adelaide will understand that.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful.
Oh ja.
I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful.
Ach ja, genau. Wir können ein Team aufbauen, das uns
You will need an
begleitet.
administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Wir können bis zu 2 Begleiter, die einen begleiten. Machen ja meistens Begleiter. Man hat mehrere zur Auswahl und wenn man jetzt selber mehr auf Nahkampf geskillt ist, kann man einen Begleiter auswählen, der mehr auf Kills, also auf Fernwaffe geskillt ist und so. Das ist ganz cool.
Great. I got my wrenches,
Da war
and
die.
diagnosticators, and
Und sie
hairpins
ist,
and
glaube
engine
ich,
tape, so
Techniker.
I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Begleiter, genau. Du hast einen Begleiter gefunden. Das sind Charaktere, die dir auf deinen Abenteuer beistehen. Auf viele Begleiter geben Feuerschutz im Gefecht. Ihre Fähigkeiten verbessern deine Fertigkeit. Ihre Fertigkeiten verbessern deine Fertigkeit. Sie erhöhen deine Tragekapazität. Mit der Fertigkeit Inspiration kannst du spezielle Begleiterkampffähigkeiten freischalten. Fahrer mehr über deinen Magisterbegleiter. Alles klar. Wollen wir das mal schnell machen? Komm. Sieht müde aus.
Hey, man, can we talk? Sorry.
Okay.
Can we chat?
Sehr gern.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to
Doch,
tag
ich
along
will dich,
like
mag
me.
dich.
It's
Jetzt
just
schon.
Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Ich kann es niemand verübeln, wenn die Stadt hat ihre Probleme.
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listen to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident. Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place. Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing. About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all. Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Weiser Mann. Also,